There is nothing more that I love in this world than being right. Last October, I posted a video about why I decided to not go through with purchasing the home that I was going to buy on a fucking, I think it was like a 6.5% interest rate, even though mortgage lenders and realtors were telling me to buy because I can always refinance later. I did not go through with it because I did not want to be house poor, which is exactly what would have fucking happened had I went through with that. It is now about 6 months later, 2024. Where the fuck do y'all see Jerome Powell about to cut interest rates? I'm only 25, fresh 25, recently turned like 2 weeks ago. And even I knew this fucking economy was in the gutter. So for you guys who have been in this industry for over a decade to sit here seeing the signs that y'all saw and to still influence and persuade people to go through with purchasing these homes because you guys wanted to make a quick fucking buck, you're going to hell. It is now Q2 2024, and I've seen fucking maybe 20 TikToks about people either in foreclosure or about to go into foreclosure. And this is why I always say it's so important to live below your means, because in reality, especially if you're middle class, we're all about a layoff away from going into foreclosure or being evicted from our fucking homes. Truly. Especially in this fucking economy. It's taking people damn near about a year to find a new job. And even then when they do, it's not paying what they were getting paid before.
If you voted for Trump because you think he's going to lower the price of your groceries, boy, do I have bad news for you. You obviously know that Trump plans to execute the largest deportation operation in U.S. history. But did you know that 68 to 86% of agricultural workers are immigrants? The reason this industry is so saturated with immigrants is because they can pay them under the table unfair wages. Now, what do you suppose happens if you deport all the immigrants that run the agricultural world in the United States? This would force the United States to replace all the deported immigrants with U.S. workers, which they would have to legally pay more. This would cause the price of groceries to skyrocket. Meat, dairy, produce, forget about it. Tripled in price, at least. Considering it's already difficult for commercial agriculture to employ U.S. citizens, imagine the implications of deporting, 86% of the workforce. And on top of the deportation, implementing a 20% tariff on imported goods. Think about every time you go to the grocery store and you see produce imported from Mexico. Baby girl, the price of that is going to go up with the tariff. This is why you really need to do your research before you choose who to vote for. Maybe open a book or something. I don't know.
Hey, bestie. So now that Trump is elected, we're about to head into a recession. So just buckle up, and here's what you need to know. And if you guys are new here, I'm Theonie the Lender. I've been a lender for 9 years now, and I help people every single day buy and refinance a house. Okay, so here's what's been going on. The last couple of months have been absolutely insanity with these mortgage rates. They were literally at the lowest level that we've seen in 2 years back in August, and then they spiked right back into the sevens a couple weeks ago. So what's been happening is that there's all these data reports that are coming out showing a really strong economy, and the stronger the economy, the higher these rates go. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, like, Theonie, what freaking strong economy? And I'm with you on that. There are people that are making the most amount of money that they have ever made and still cannot buy groceries and are still just living paycheck to paycheck. And the idea of buying a house to them is like so far out of reach. So here's what's about to happen. All these reports that have been coming out showing a really strong economy, I think it's because we were in election year. And so every report that was coming out was trying to showcase a better economy than it really was. For example, the jobs report a couple months back showed that we added so many jobs, but they didn't account that most of those jobs were part-time jobs. They were in addition to people's full-time jobs. However, the economists only saw this as, oh, we added more jobs, so now we have a super strong economy. We're about to see reports come out showing the actual levels of unemployment. And as these things get worse, as unemployment rises and people start to lose their jobs and the economy does actually weaken because it is not as strong as it's depicted, the interest rates will go back down for housing. And now that Trump has entered office, they're going to try to blame it on him, and they're going to full on focus on this terrible, bad economy and this huge recession that we've already been in, but nobody's said that yet. They're going to highlight that, making the mortgage rates drop. So this is good news if you are in the market to buy a house in the next 12 to 24 months. But things are going to get worse and sound a lot worse because the real reports were making it seem like we were in a stronger economy than we really were. So if you're looking to buy a house in the next 12 months, this is a very crucial time to get ready and just make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, because once those rates start dropping again, there's going to be so many more people that can afford that same house that you're looking at today at no competition. You're going to have competition, which is going to drive the housing prices right back up. And I am accepting new clients for next year, so head over to the link in my bio to get started and follow me along for more mortgage tips.
So we all know by now that Trump is now president-elect. And one of his economic plans that he's talked about extensively is imposing tariffs. And tariffs are going to be paid for by us. We're going to pay for things. We have a global economy. And when they attach tariffs, basically the people like us that are buying things, we're going to feel that because these companies are not going to take a loss. Please know and understand that. We did try to tell folks that were voting for him for his economic policies that we're going to all feel it. And we have a couple of months before he gets into office. So if there are any hard goods that you can buy right now that you know that you need into next year, you probably should go ahead and buy them, because we're all going to feel this next year if he actually does impose these tariffs. So this article, Trump's tariff plan could cost Americans $78 billion in annual spending. U.S. shoppers could lose up to $78 billion in annual spending power if Trump's new tariff proposals on imports are implemented, a study from the NRF, or National Retail Federation, showed on Monday. The study said the proposed tariffs would impact consumer product categories such as apparel, toys, furniture, appliances, footwear, and travel goods, particularly affecting items where China is a major supplier. So if you are wearing anything or using anything that has made in China on a tag, just expect that those prices will go up, because anybody bringing that over here is not going to eat that cost. They are going to raise the rates. They're going to raise the prices so that the consumers pay that. So if you use things such as apparel, toys, furniture, appliances, footwear, or travel goods, please know and understand you're about to pay more money. Consumers have turned frugal over the past couple of years and have been increasingly looking to limit expenses by curbing non-essential spending, which has in turn hit sales at retailers and consumer goods companies in the United States. Retailers rely heavily on imported products and manufacturing components so that they can offer their customers a variety of products at affordable prices, said Jonathan Gold, NRF's Vice President of Supply Chains and Custom Policy. However, if the import tariff is implemented, it would further worsen the impact on low-income families, as tariffs, which is paid by the U.S. importer, ultimately comes out of the consumer's pocket through higher prices. Now, a lot of people who voted for Trump are not rich people. They're not. They're not wealthy. So this is going to hit middle income families and lower. The people that are like, go America. We love America. We love Trump. We're Trump's garbage. It's going to hit y'all. It's going to hit all of us, unfortunately, because I too buy clothes and apparel and footwear, unfortunately. So we all have to suffer because these low information voters don't know how tariffs will impact all of us. We all get to suffer, but go America. Just in time for the holidays too. We got to love this. Last month, NRF forecast holiday sales in America to grow as much as 3.5% to $989 billion from November to December, which is the slowest in 6 years. Trump floated the idea of a 10% universal tariff on imports from all foreign countries in an interview with the Washington Post in August of last year, and said February that there would be an additional 60% to 100% tariff on imports from China. So, yay. Resigned laugh. Resigned laugh. So I don't know if this screenshot of this is real. And that's not the point. It does get a conversation started, and it does kind of explain what is about to happen or what could potentially happen. So the screenshot says, results have already started. This is from an American woman today. My husband works for a small manufacturing company here in southwestern Pennsylvania. That means most employees are Trump voters. When the president of the company sat them down today to tell them their annual Christmas bonus would not come this year because they now need to purchase at least a year's worth of products prior to January 21st due to the proposed tariffs, they did not understand. My husband said that their president had to explain what a tariff is and how it will directly hurt their company. They all thought the foreign company paid the tariff. This is the level of ignorance voting against their own interests here in Pennsylvania, where we failed American women and children last night. Like I said, I don't know if this story is real, but you do have to think that these businesses are forecasting. They forecast out. They look at what's going to happen next year. And I am sure that they are looking at the business climate that will happen if these tariffs are imposed. So they know that they're going to have to figure out their spending, what they can spend on, where they can cut costs and all of that. So a bonus might be, that might be the first thing to go. And like I said, I acknowledge that I don't know if this is true or not. It did make other people talk. Alice says, manufacturer here, can confirm we're working with our overseas partners to buy in bulk for the foreseeable future. And Josh says, as you should, prices are about to go up in a very big way. Now, Jake doesn't believe her. He says, you drop ship crayons, Alice. Calm down with all that manufacturer here talk. And she says, I don't drop ship. I manufacture over 50 different products. Drop shipping is the concept of reselling something someone else has created and just marketing it and not even carrying inventory. I design and create products from start to finish. And yeah, crayons are one product and frankly, one of my easier SKUs. Get the F out of here with this BS that I don't make products. And Lord Ganji says, and will you seek new local partners when tariffs are imposed? And the reason why I'm doing this or I did that screenshot is because of these conversations, because what Alice is doing is speaking to how these small businesses are thinking right now as they're foreshadowing what happens next year. She says, I can try, but honestly, it's effing hard, man. Imagine you have a great partnership with someone that already makes your stuff perfect and to a T. Now you need to sever that relationship and start interviewing new manufacturers that might not either make the products as well, charge you a way higher rate, so why bother switching, or can't make it because they lack certain equipment. It's time consuming. It costs money. It slows down production and R&D, which is research and development of new products. And as a small business, I'm taking on most of this myself with a new purchasing manager I need to hire to help offset the work. The fastest a small business for me to switch from one company to another, assuming there is zero difference in cost and quality, 6 months to a year. And that's fast. Most companies need 2 to 4 years to make these types of changes. And like I said, I'm doing this so that we can see the thought processes that these small businesses have to consider. FM Capital says, I tried to explain this to everyone before elections as an appliance wholesaler. They didn't listen. Patricia says, I know this firsthand. Bought a washer after 45's tariffs, during his first reign. Whoa, the sticker shock. I doubt prices have come down since. And Dave is a disbeliever. He's like, bozo. When Trump's tariffs hit, prices went down 20%. Okay, Dave. So we have FM Capital again saying, wholesaler here. Orders have been placed. Warehouses cleared for new inventory. We stocked up only the best-selling items. Also, most wholesalers stock up in November for January and February shipment. This person says, was telling my wife and mother-in-law this morning, these people have no idea how tariffs work, but they're about to find out. Oh, well. And then perhaps says, instead of buying from overseas, it could be manufactured here in America. That's the goal, to at least hopefully bring back manufacturing to America. We will see how it works out. It's 100% going to be a rough start. It's definitely going to be a rough start. So for the people, the little people, the people that are watching, the people that are not millionaires or billionaires. If you can buy the things that you need right now, if you have some cash flush right now, you better get what you need. And then we all are going to have to hunker down because the economy is about to take a hit. And a lot of these people voted because of the economy, and we're all about to get hit in our pocketbooks because of it. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.
The housing market's going to correct big time. Stock market's going to correct with it. The problem right now, you have two groups of people. You have the first group that's saying, hey, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to wait this out. And then you have the second group saying, hey, stocks are hitting highs every day. Houses are at all-time highs. What are you doing? You got to get in. You got to buy. Everything's going to continue up. Kind of sounds like the Roaring 20s. But the problem with that ideology is you're rewriting history. You're saying that we are going to see stuff go up on a scale never seen before in American history. And even though every time we've gone up even 1/3 of that in housing or in stocks, we've seen a correction, that's somehow not going to happen this time. So you can actually take a piece of 1929, you can take a piece of Black Monday, you can take a piece of the dot-com bubble, you can take a piece of 2008, factors that caused those, and we have a little bit of all of that right now. Except we have it on a scale of about $35 trillion in debt, $1.2 trillion in credit card debt. We have this in numbers never before seen with a crash or a correction in U.S. history. We have printed more money and caused more debt and seen assets inflate more than we've ever seen before. And the correction has not happened yet. There will be a correction. Sure, if you buy a house right now, 30 years from now, it'll be worth more than it is today. That doesn't mean right now is a good time to buy a house. There'll be a better time pretty soon.
You know what you have to do now, right? You know what the best solution is moving forward, right? It's to get money. Because a financial education is your best form of protest. In a society and in a system that disenfranchises you, that wants to keep you playing small, that wants to keep you broke and tired and absolutely struggling in every aspect of your life and your career and your relationships. Money means choices. Money means options. Money means the ability to leave those bad situations. Money means the ability to feel rested when society does not want you feeling rested. And it gives you the opportunity to fight against the system that is not working for everybody. I've taught millions of women how to do this. I've done this. And I'm honored to lead you through these next 4 years and beyond. Let's get rich.
Hey, this is a good news, bad news post for people who voted for Trump. I'm a bad news first kind of person. So, according to recent studies, undocumented immigrants contribute nearly $100 billion in federal, state, and local taxes annually, with a significant portion coming from sales and property taxes, even though they are often ineligible for the benefits these taxes fund. This demonstrates their substantial impact on the U.S. economy despite their immigration status. Why is that bad news? Because that's $100 billion in revenue that we ain't getting once they're gone. More bad news. There are about 11 million undocumented immigrants in the U.S., according to the Department of Homeland Security estimates from 2022, the most recent year the data is available, though Trump has maintained without evidence that the real number is over double that. Deportation at that scale would cost at least $315 billion, according to a report out last month by the American Immigration Council. But Shen, where's the good news? It's coming. Most undocumented workers work in these industries. The service industry, food prep, and serving. That's the largest occupational category for undocumented workers. We got agriculture, right? Farming and harvesting, picking the fruits and veggies. We have construction labor, landscaping, general labor, roofing, siding, that kind of stuff, and cleaning and maintenance. Building cleaning and maintenance jobs commonly held by undocumented workers. So they're cleaning the bathrooms in hotels and corporate buildings, making sure all the sheets in the rooms are clean, maintaining all the stuff. Okay? So here's the good news. here's the good news. If you are somebody who really wanted this, who voted for this, who's down on their luck, can't make ends meet, can't find a job, you know, you kind of can't get it together, there's going to be millions of job openings. You're going to need a job because the cost of everything is going to go through the motherfucking roof real soon. So you have a lot of options. There's a lot of really neat career paths for you, right? You pick what kind of veggies, what kind of fruits you want to pick. You want to be a picker? You could do that. I mean, I know they've all been taking all your jobs for so fucking long and now they're not going to be around. It's all open to you. It's all open to you. You want to put on a roof in 100-degree weather? It's all yours, baby. Go do it. You want to make sure the bathrooms are clean at the Hilton? It's all you. Get on it. Do it. You want to work in a restaurant? You want to serve food? You want to be back there washing dishes, being a prep cook, a sous chef? That sounds fun. The world is your fucking oyster. I'm so excited for you. Your whole life is going to change. Congratulations.
And I thought it was the UK that was on its arse. Seems like these Americans are really fucking struggling with the cost of living crisis. Check this video out. Tell me it don't break your heart. How can someone earning $80,000 a year be struggling to live? This is fucked.
Made, and we are literally the brokest we've ever been. Brokest we've ever been.
But I'm making the most money I ever had my entire life. My husband and I, between the two of us, gross, make like over $80,000 a year. And if you told me a few years ago that $80,000 a year was not going to be enough for a family of four.
I make more than what I made back in 2015. But I am still literally living paycheck to paycheck.
I have to work 60 hours a week and make $80,000 a year to make ends meet. That's insane. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it.
Financially, I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour and I can't function. I can't pay my bills.
I'm real fed up at Trinidad. 3 million the PM daughter could get to display some kind of scribble art with a better artist in Trinidad and Tobago. 3 million. But you can't take that 3 million to refurbish schools in Trinidad, eh? You can't do that. You take 14 billion, blow that shit way. A whole set of shit all you do for independence, all them flag and ban and things inside a little girl. The style or the pattern and change are fed up. Where the people, taxpayers' money is going. It's all kind of luxurious car you, your friends and your family driving, and we can't get a proper educational system for these youths. You are their downfall. You we look up to lead we country into betterment, but you lead we into misery. With all that being said, all the children ready for school this week or next week. Look, all the Trinis wake up now, man. All they too damn stupid. Stop make excuse for a stupid man.